Okay, we're going back to the script. We're going back to the script. We're going back to the script. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the flight deck Captain Wilson speaking. Firstly, on behalf of all our crew, I'd like to welcome you on board this flawless 195 World Tour service from Yamoussoukro to Accra. This is flight 84 of 210. If this is your first flight with us today, we do advise that you watch the route explainer video before you take to your seats. However, if you are a returning viewer, then we do recommend that you subscribe to the channel before departing the aircraft today. We should be clear to taxi out in the next few minutes for a departure time of 10:45 a.m. Total flight time is expected to be about 50 minutes, heading southeast. I'll now begin our in-flight entertainment, which will be XFM, the Ricky Gervais show from about 20 years ago, but it's funny, trust me. Anyway, that's enough for the script. If you've got any questions, get a comment in the section below, and that's about it. Now, what I want to get into is, look at this weather. I think this is the worst... definitely the worst weather in the African leg of the tour so far. So it's going to be thick cloud, looking low cloud as well. So as soon as we take off, we're going to be in this thick grey cloud. Hopefully we'll punch through it and see some blue sky on the other side. But yeah, could be a dodgy one weather-wise. Ooh, not seen any lightning strikes for a while, have we? Could do today. Yeah, the weather's been getting progressively worse over the past week or so during these last few flights on the western coast of Africa. And yeah, like I said, 50-minute flight, capital of Ivory Coast to the capital of Ghana is flight 84. Airports, it's to Yamoussoukro Airport to Kotoka International Airport, Ghana. We have got ILS in as well. So, and I tend to err towards ILS, especially if the weather can be, you know, if we're going through thick cloud, I don't really want to be making my own route in because the visibility is just going to be a lot worse. So, there's a possibility of the visibility being as bad as this, and therefore I don't want to be landing without ILS in this kind of a cloud. It could be fine. It could be clear by the time we get over there. But I was just looking on the weather app, and rain and 28 degrees at Accra, Ghana. So yeah, we've got ILS in to help the situation, and yeah, we're going to get some XFM on. I'll get this flight demonstration, the flight safety video on now, and get the plane set up, and we will taxi out via the runway, as has been the norm in this African leg. Not really big on taxiways, are they? So we'll just, I was going to say drive. Well, I suppose it is in a way. We'll just scoot our way up to the end of the runway there, turn around, and full beans. I think the runway's... long enough for it not to be a problem today. A little bit longer than the previous one in Monrovia, Liberia. That was a short runway. Literally just got off the ground as well. I didn't mention that when we landed, but yeah, that was. You don't want a runway any shorter than that with the Airbus A320. Put it that way. That was on the limit. You know, I brought the wheels up quick just in case we're knocking branches off trees. But that was yeah. You don't want a runway any shorter than that one in Liberia. But this seems a bit more reasonable. So let's get set up now. But yeah, heavy cloud in the Ivory Coast today. Right, let's go for it. And we're heading back towards the coast as well, because this one is a bit more inland. We're heading back to the western coast of Africa, and then we'll be hopping. There'll be another 3 or 4 really short flights after this, where we're just hopping across. From here it goes. Yeah, so it's Ghana now, and then you got Togo, Benin, and then Nigeria. They'll all be short flights, I think. And then once you get from Nigeria onwards, it starts opening out again into these big countries with the big areas, you know. So the flights will start opening up again. We'll get beyond an hour, maybe even into a couple of hours as we get into the southern African nations. But yeah, let's do this. I will play the demo now and we'll get underway. 50-minute flight. So I'll speak to you probably when we are starting the descent, unless something unusual that I need to update you on. All right, thank you, and enjoy the flight.
Crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
No, I'm worried if they haven't tested it on mice.
Thank God for that.
It's definitely been tested on mice.
Definitely.
They fed a mouse a load of cake.
Yeah.
Right? And it went a little bit chubby, and he said, right, stop a minute. And then they gave it this drug that makes you lose weight.
Yeah.
And its weight went down, but the only bad side effect was its eyes were popping out.
Well, that seems to be fine then. Let's give it to Jono. There doesn't seem to be any problem.
Oh, Rick should get some of that.
Hey, Struth, Doc, look at these. Oh, Jesus, Jono, your eyes are popping out. That happened to the mice. Sorry? That happened to the mice.
But what
do you mean?
That's the option.
If anyone's listening, I've no idea what they think of this show. It's not a show.
Not in the traditional sense.
No. Okay,
No.
then you're going to change with that card.
Because a show suggests a certain form of presentation, a certain pride.
And when we do present it...
dare I say it, some planning.
Yeah, and when we do, it's ruined by pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, but I've got some planning here.
Go on then.
Quizzes. What I did was, when I was on holiday, right, you said, come up with a new idea, right? So the best way of coming up with ideas is sort of...
Thinking.
Sort of nicking a TV show name and then twisting it a bit.
Yeah.
So...
Or just rip off Simon Mayo's idea completely.
That's good advice for anyone out there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're interested in ideas.
See, Carl is presently running a course writing for TV. And that's lesson 1, isn't it? Just rip something else off.
Just do an idea and change the title slightly.
Yeah,
Well,
go on.
This one I haven't really got... I don't know what to do on the game, but I'm thinking... Strike it, Ricky.
That's all you've got? That's what you've come up with. How long did that take?
Through.
What is that?
I just thought it sounded a bit like Lucky. Forget that one then.
Yeah, forget that one. Okay, well, no, good. No, we all have hits and misses. Even Spielberg's, not all his films, can hit the. Go on.
Right.
No, okay, no, it's a good. Go on.
Do you remember Big Brother?
Yeah. Do I remember Big Brother? No, go on.
Big Mother, right? You call in. If your mum's ever, you win a CD.
What do you mean? How can you prove that?
All right, forget that. Right, ER, here's one.
Right, ER. Good one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The Price is Right, remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
The Price is Ricky?
No. The rice is right. And what I do, I read from an Indian menu and a Chinese menu. You tell me whether you have pilau or egg fried.
He's a genius, isn't he? He really is. I'm a modern.
That one.
Let's go on then. Let's go into this one. Let's not cross this off right away. Go on then. What do you read from what?
Well, I'll get a couple of menus from like an Indian and a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, chicken korma.
Well, could I just suggest that as it's an Indian, it will be pilau, and anything you read out that is...
Yeah, but you don't know which one I'm reading from.
What, the chicken korma's Indian, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go pilau. But then
Well, then you might as well say Indian or Chinese.
No, because then the name wouldn't work. The rice is right.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you're working for the title backwards, aren't you? Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm so confused. I don't know where I am or what day it is.
A programme that they've been in on Channel 4, right?
Can you cross that out? We're not doing The Rice is Right
I
either.
don't understand The Rice is Right.
No, go on.
I'll tell you that later. We'll have a game in the office, right? A game that they've been in on Channel 4, but has got really big viewing figures.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
Or they wouldn't be binning it. Go on.
Do you know 15 to 1?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that, right?
Are they?
I'm thinking 15 Taiwan. Get some items that are made in Taiwan, right? Get 15 items, and I say what they are, and then you go, oh, I bet it's the vase. Or something.
That's one that's made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just explain that again very quickly.
No, don't go.
All right,
Cross it out.
forget that.
Cross it out. 15 Taiwan.
Smallest person ever. Right. How big would you say that is?
Carl is now sort of like holding his hands up like a fisherman, long ways. That's about 1 foot.
Right. Smallest man in the world. I printed the thing off and I can't find it. There's a little picture of him. Right.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
But why have you asked me how... Did it say, or was it a picture of him?
I didn't really read it.
Of course you didn't.
Jesus.
I just saw it and thought, oh, that's...
What, you
that's
straight away assumed it was natural size?
It was that big.
But what do you mean it was that big?
Little fella, like that.
But why are you doing that? What? It was a page with a little fella. How do you know that was natural size?
No, it was, because it said it's world's smallest man. And the funny thing is, I've read the first line, I always read the first line, it said world's smallest man.
Well done.
The weird thing is, he got an head like a light bulb. The shape of it, apparently. I don't know if that's got anything to do with his shape and size.
Oh, God.
That big.
His name's Mr. Watts.
And the annoying thing is, what got me is, if you're that big, right, don't have your picture taken next to a fruit bowl.
Why was he having his photo taken next to a fruit bowl?
Don't know. Whoever the photographer was, obviously having a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
At his expense. Because you would just stand in the middle of nowhere, you'd look normal and that, but he was stood there, just leaning on an apple.
Leaning on an apple?
What is this? In what world do you inhabit?
No, this was on the internet. and I printed it
Leaning
off.
on an apple? Was it Tom Thumb? What is this? Are you sure it wasn't that some sort of sci-fi show they're advertising?
No, it was
Leaning on it. Can you sorry, can you just lean on the apple? Just lean on the apple there. Do me a favour, you stand next to my chihuahua. You're not taking the piss, are you? No, not at all, no. Would you mind leaning on this matchbox?
Yeah.
Leaning on an apple. And that's what, so it just said he's the world's smallest man leaning on an apple.
Smallest man, said about his head being like a light bulb, I don't know what that meant. And I just thought, right, that'll do, that's that sorted, Cheeky Rig of the Week done. I think that was on like Monday, right? I found that, I thought that's done. Printed it off, forgot to get it off the photocopier. Someone's nicked it.
Play record.
You've got to...
You know, it's just... Steve.
No, can I just say,
no
Carl,
point.
please, if I say, let's have Cheeky Freak of the Week, and you haven't done your research, you haven't got the information, just tell us you can't do it. But don't lead us on.
Don't say this
in
on
this
radio, hold your hand up to me and go, how tall is that?
It's nothing,
That's
this is
radio.
nothing.
It's nothing. I think it was that big because he was leaning on an apple.
It's not enough information.
But imagine Trevor McDonald coming on, going some news, some stuff. How big's that? How big do you think that is?
Yeah.
Because there was a fella, coming up after Chris Tarrant. Play record.
I remember when I did my wristing, then it fixed, I went temping bowling.
What did you do?
So it's what you did. Brilliant. So next week's quiz is what am I thinking? You're an idiot, Carl. Play a record.
Who's the winner?
Why did you do your wristing?
Crash.
A what?
Crash. Had a crash.
You had a crash?
Yeah.
That sounds like a story we've not explored.
not much to it. I just went on a free sort of rally day. Got in this car, been working all night, right, so I wasn't the best condition to be whizzing around a track in a car.
Sure.
Like a Formula 1 type car.
Yeah.
Spun out of control, hit some mud, smashed it all in, wrote it off, and I didn't realise I'd done a load of damage until...
Well, you landed on your head, but you were fine.
Yeah.
Who's the winner?
Mike Godley.
The weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What
right?
do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things? They
think
didn't
people
go, they go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of them popular things round where I grew up. People had big eyelids, they could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads, you got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
Yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken. But on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelided woman with the leggings.
And that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right. Yeah.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, "Oh, I'm going round to Dave's house."
Yeah.
And
Or Drew
say,
Pig,
well,
as you call him.
that's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car because he could hardly see. He had to have his head.
He gets to tilt his head back to keep his eyes open.
Make sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mentioned the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl. And it's our name on this. They put up a... But as I said before, he is no offence, he's not a bright lad or educated or anything like that.
Yeah,
but some things he says does border on the retarded.
I've been trying to take in too much information though. That's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much. But the problem is, like even watching telly and that now. Suzanne said to me, stop doing that. Stop watching telly late at night and going to bed, because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of...
Heaven forbid.
And I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't. And then when I wake up, she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? Woke up in the morning, and she had a go at me because as soon as I woke up, I said something like, "How can you freeze time?" And she says, "Aren't you going to say good morning or whatever?"
I'm gonna burst! Just imagine it, right? It's that the sun comes up through the window. Oh, she's like, Carl's like that, his little head. His eyes open, he goes,
One of those floppy night hats.
how can you freeze time? Oh, God.
Well, it's because, like, whatever, the night before I might have heard that on the news or whatever, and it's just been sort of whizzing around my head.
Sure.
And, it was a big debate. I think have they found a way of doing it or something?
What are you talking about?
They've done something about freezing time and all that.
See, this isn't information, this is nothing. That is nothing, that. They've done something about freezing time. Imagine Jeremy Paxman coming on, going, "Well, the issues tonight said something about freezing time." It's you think before you talk.
No, but I don't worry about how to do it. I just think about what affects that.
Oh,
one.
they haven't asked you to get involved?
Well, this is what I'm saying, though. You can explain it. It's a tough thing, isn't it? But what's the point in me worrying
It's not
about
a question. Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is unbelievable. This is one of the most stupid, incredible things I've ever heard. He was talking, and he suddenly stopped, and he was thinking about it, and he went, "Oh," I went, "What?" He went, "You'd never see a black ghost."
Extraordinary.
true, though, isn't it?
I've never seen a ghost, full stop.
There are no ghosts. There aren't ghosts.
No, but I mean when you just see them in, like, magazines and that.
Play a record!
Pay for tools. You know, I do that thing, a monthly payment of a £5, paying for, you know, toolbox and that for someone out there. I help old people, which I'm going to stop, to be honest.
Why?
Because, do you know this thing I do, Steve, right?
No.
This is a £5 a month as well, right? I got stopped in Leicester Square one day. He said, oh, there's a little old woman somewhere. She's cold, are you going to help her out? So I was like, oh, why me, right? So anyway, so they said it's easier if people look after one old woman, right? So
Why me?
I've signed up to look after this old woman called, I don't know, call her name June or whatever, it doesn't matter. So,
It does to her, but go on.
so anyway, so I'm paying this £5 a month, and the first £5, you know, first time I paid it, I got this thing in the post, right? And it had, you know, thanks a lot, Carl. You're looking after June. Here she is, you know, here's a little picture of her, and she's sat there, what have you, with a cardigan on and stuff like that. Every £5 you pay, you know, it'll be cheering her up, and, you know, look after her, pay for her food and what have you. So, for a bit, you feel good, don't you? And you think, well, I've done my bit for the world. Anyway, 2 months later, get another package, right? Picture of June in there again. She's got a tan. So he's saying you're paying to keep her warm. No, they meant a week in Mallorca or whatever. And this is what I mean. People if they can get away with it.
I don't know where to start!
That isn't having a go though.
What do you think? So what do you think? You think they're going, don't bother getting a job or anything. Go off a bit, isn't it? Go off a bit, it's June,
I
isn't it?
don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
So you think Sir Bob should just wash his hands of the whole affair? You think it's a complete waste of time? Is that what you're saying? That you should just leave them to it? Just leave them to it, let them sink ever more into debt, ever more into hunger. You just think that should just carry on?
Do you know what I think he's saying? I think, now I'm not putting words in your mouth, are you saying they blew the last lot we gave them, they've got to learn a lesson? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say
Is
that.
that what you're thinking?
No,
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything like that. All I was thinking is about this gig, it might have been better to do it, like, rather than, I don't know, ruining a grass field in Edinburgh and that, do it out in Africa, right? Get people out there, get the tourists up, do you know what I mean? Get a load of people out there. They've got loads
I
of...
don't reckon he's going to get people to walk to Edinburgh. I very much doubt
No, but
people are going to fly to Addis Ababa to see Coldplay.
cheap flights and what have you.
Right?
Hot dog stands and that, locals will love that, right? Job done.
Brilliant. Let's put him in charge.
Yeah, just for one day.
Let's put him in charge of Live Aid. If Bob Geldof is listening, I know you respect him because he used to work on XFM.
No, but
if
he's done a lot
Bob,
as
if
well.
you're listening, please, I would love. Oh my God, a conversation. Bob Geldof talking to. Forget Kate Bush. Forget
That would be
Halma.
amazing.
Can Bob please call in and speak to Carl? No one call except Bob, so we know it's Bob calling. Right, get on the phone.
What's the phone number? What's the phone number?
Can't we talk to him next week?
He might be busy next week.
No,
He's
he
got
won't.
stuff to organise.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can talk to us next week, right? I'm not going to I'll go through the phones, it's mental.
Play a record.
Right, what we're having? Bit of killers?
Yeah. But I still call Carl every day anyway.
Oh, sure.
Today I called him a couple of days ago.
Of course you do.
And I went, it was the weekend, I went, what are you doing? He went, oh, just in Regent's Park and that. I went, what are you doing? He said, just going for, oh, Jesus. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. God, it's there, it's wriggling around. I went, sure a bird didn't just drop it? He looked at it and went, oh yeah. There's a bird.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
For a moment, he thought caterpillars were raining from the sky.
I thought I was in Chicken Licking.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Why did you think a caterpillar had fallen out of the
I
sky?
don't know, it just startled me a bit.
I love Carl being
I
startled.
like the idea of him straight on the phone to Trevor McDonald. Look, Trevor, there's caterpillars, insects falling out of the sky. They're falling out of the sky now. Put it on the news, quick. Are you sure there wasn't a bird? Oh, there was a bird. Yeah, sorry, Trev. Bye.
But it was after, like, I hung up the phone and that from you. I sort of sat there for a bit watching it.
I imagine him cross-legged, just in front of it.
But do you know
On the
what?
grass.
Because of his shape, the shape of his head, and his sort of IQ, I bet the caterpillar was thinking, Mama.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Go on.
And it was sort of running about all over the place, right, Steve? So caterpillars have loads of feet and that, don't they?
Well, they have 6 legs. They're actually a larva of an insect. They have 6 legs, but they have little sucker things to hold on to the cabbages and that.
No, they've got more than that.
They've
It's
got. I'll
loads.
tell you, they've got 6 true legs. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
And you were thinking what, Carl?
Well,
But they've got little pods. They've got little pseudo pod legs and little suckers. Yeah.
But it was running about like everywhere, right, mental, but sort of running off to the left, and then it sort of went back to where it was, then back, you know, went right and what have you. And I'm just thinking, whoever gave them the legs, right? What's the point if they don't know where they're going and that? Do you know what I mean? If you can get about
Imagine that sentence. Did you hear that sentence? Can we play that sentence back?
No, I don't think we can.
Imagine who gave them that legs.
Whoever gave him them legs, what's the point if they don't know where they're going and that?
And that. Always and that.
And that, but maybe you just, to be fair to the caterpillar, with all its legs, okay, and you know where it's going, it had just been plucked from its house by a bird, shot up into the sky, and then dropped from 80 feet, hitting the ground.
Onto the head of a weird, bold-shaved monkey.
It was probably concussed.
Yeah, it's one of them things again, though.
But
I
it
mean,
still knew more about the world than you. How does that make you feel?
I just think it's a waste of time having all them feet. It's the same thing as the.
Now it's got
Yeah.
now.
It has a nightmare biting shoes, doesn't it, Carl?
All the what was it you were saying about leeches and that? Because we were talking about insects.
Well, they're not
It's just all
insects.
these-
They're not insects.
What are they?
Well, I think they're probably class. Probably platyhelminths. Probably a
Yeah.
sort of like a flatworm type thing.
That's
They
what you were
could-
thinking, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know what the phylum is, but that's no. They'd be.
So what do you want to do before you die? Anything? Any achievements you want to have?
Well, if I'm ill, I'd prefer to go to the doctors than to go with the dolphins.
Yeah.
Why are you suddenly ill? It's not, they don't, when they say things to do before you die, they don't literally mean the sort of, the day before.
They mean
you croak it.
that you want to experience life. You can do it over the next 20
Is that
years.
what you thought you meant? Like, literally
Is
the
that
24
what you
hours
meant?
before
Like
you
a
die?
priest there going, give me the lift. What is it, Grandad? Dolphins. You know, it's no fit state, Grandad. Get me in the water. Get me down to Brighton. What do you think that list means?
Well, yeah, that, you know, before you die.
You're incredible, Carl.
Lazy.
You're all this time.
Things to do before you die.
That's why he doesn't want to do any of them.
Didn't you think it was a bit extraordinary that you
So
had to
what
try and
you-
swim with dolphins and visit Disneyland
Well,
and climb Mount
That's
Kilimanjaro
why I
all in
was
the same
saying to you,
afternoon?
That's why I said to you, I would be in no mood for a dip.
That's incredible! Always a new twist on things. Always a new twist on things.
But you say about travelling and that, you like travelling and stuff, but what? Why?
Because I've seen and experienced extraordinary things. You know, I went to Kenya once. I met a man who was a vigilante. He was cleaning up his neighbourhood because the police were too corrupt to do it. Carried a sword, and you know, he was extraordinary. Just he'd been attacked, but he didn't care. He fought them off. He was trying in this little slum area to try and instill some law and order. He had to arrest his brother-in-law once. It was a fascinating story, and he was an extraordinary man.
I went to Manchester and I saw 2 lads with big heads and webbed feet looking at a house. There was a horse in the living room. I mean,
That's living.
Leave it then. Listen, I didn't realise it's like 7 minutes to, right?
well, come on then.
Well, let's do Rockbusters on
Yeah,
that.
do Rockbusters, and you got monkey news.
Well, we'll see if we've got time.
What towns have you been to? Have you travelled at all?
I've been about a bit, yeah.
Right, okay, then what towns did you like? Okay, forget Manchester, that's safe, you like Manchester. Right, I'll do the big
stop
3.
shouting.
London, New York, Paris. Okay, you don't like London, even though you live here, got flats here. Good, excellent, that makes sense. Have you been to New York?
Yeah.
What do you think? It's an amazing city,
Didn't
isn't it?
like it. It's just noisy, it's smelly.
Right, it's the city that never sleeps.
I'm not surprised with all the racket and that.
Paris, the city of love, the most romantic city in the world.
Not really. I remember seeing an old woman in McDonald's in there, and it put me off. That's where that thing happened, where the
What?
old woman was.
What's that? Tell us.
We talked about it before. The old woman in McDonald's.
Yeah,
Well,
what
she was sat in the corner there with her legs open, no knickers on. All right.
Oh God!
Well, that's Paris.
Did that put you off your cheeseburger?
Next city. Where next?
Have you been to, I don't know, the most beautiful city, Venice?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
It's good?
No.
Why?
Because Because they sell it to you as if it is a romantic city.
Where did you see it sold?
No, I saw it on when I was growing up. Right, remember 321 with Ted Rogers?
Yeah, of course.
Right, it used to be one of the star prizes on there.
Right.
And they'd say, let's show you the video, let's see what you're going to, let's see where you're going to be loving it for a couple of weeks. And they'd show you this scene of like the gondolas and all the city lit up at night, like a man and woman sat on a boat loving it and stuff.
Yeah.
I went there, bin bags everywhere.
Play a record.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Play a record.
It's London.
That
flooded.
is Wish You Were Here with Carl Pilkington.
All right.
It's London flooded.
Now, Carl, we're going to do another edition, I think, of Wish You Were Here, because that really cheered you up, didn't it?
So,
Where else you been? Where else you been? Have you been around Europe, haven't you? You've been to any hot country? Have you been to Greece?
Greece.
Turkey?
Done Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Been to Turkey. Little fellas. Little midgets working in the canteen in the hotel I was in.
Okay.
Hassling Suzanne as well.
Okay. Have you been to Scotland?
Once for the Edinburgh Festival.
Go on.
That's where I looked out in my hotel room, saw a traffic warden putting a ticket on some bin bags
Brilliant.
because they'd gone into the road.
So that's Turkey, Scotland. What about places here? Have you been to the West Country? Where
You've been to my neck of the woods, Bristol?
I haven't been out. What else is around there?
Bath?
Been to Bath, yeah.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
Once you've been, well, they don't need to go again because it's sort of old and they don't change anything.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
That'll be
So
the
once you've
Roman
been-
spa
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
talking about,
Right,
I think. What about Brighton?
Not gay people.
Right, okay, thank you. Next week on Wish You Were Here, we'll go to some other places where there are gay people.
Fascinating. And
Brilliant.
Another extraordinary insight there. Carl, could we have some monkey news?
Well, just before we do monkey news, right? Can I do a little psychological test on you?
On me?
Yeah,
Okay.
brilliant. This someone emailed it in.
Brilliant.
Right, little story with a question at the end.
Okay.
Right, right.
This is going to be so annoying.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's,
Well, it is, because you're going to think it's science and it's going to be trite.
all right. Well,
Go on.
right. Little story first. Right, there's this funeral. Right, and this girl was at a funeral.
Same funeral?
Yeah,
Right.
it was a mother's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Right, she met this fella who she didn't know. Right, but she thought this fellow who she met was amazing. She didn't know him. Right, but she thought he was brilliant. Right, like a dream fella.
Right.
And she fell in love with him, right, but never asked for his number, his phone number, right, and she couldn't find him. Now, a few days later, the girl killed her own sister, right?
Yes.
Question is, why did she do that?
Okay, well, it's one of those stupid things then, isn't it? So it's not logic, it's what am I thinking?
No, it's not. So it's a proper,
it's
proper
real
mental
logic.
test. It's a
It's a-
proper mental test.
A mental test. It is a bit mental.
So you understand the story, yeah?
Kind of. Let me just get it right. So there's a funeral. A girl goes to the funeral of her mother. She meets the guy, or she
She meets the guy at the funeral.
she meets the bloke.
He looks all right. I fancy a bit of that.
Right.
Has a chat with him,
Yeah.
but doesn't get his name, doesn't get a phone number or anything.
So to cut a long story short, the things are asked, right? So the reason she kills her own sister, is this something to do with finding out something about the man she met?
Well, just answer the thing. Just why do
Oh, okay then. I'll answer it then. She went mental. He was a spy called Derek. What do you mean, just answer it?
Anyway, I'm testing Steve.
Right. Well, she killed her own sister because her sister had stolen some money from her and was sleeping with her husband.
Is that it?
Well,
Well,
I don't know.
It's an answer. It's an answer.
I don't know.
What's the answer on the paper? So,
Well, come on. What?
come on!
Well, the answer is
No, an answer is...
that she was hoping that the guy would appear at the funeral again. He'd go to the funeral.
Right, that's not a proper psychological test.
It is,
It's
it
one of
says
those
here.
stupid little shitty things.
It says
It's like
here.
a man goes into a field and dies. Why? His parachute didn't open. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm surprised you learned anything.
Oh,
honest to
I
God.
love
I'm
that.
surprised you
Romeo
learned
and
anything.
Juliet. Oh, Juliet's a fish.
It said she was hoping that the guy would appear again at the funeral. If you answered this correctly, you think like a psychopath. This was a test by a famous fella, right, who used it on killers, and most of the killers got the answer right.
Did you also think that? Was that the answer you gave when you first read it?
No, I didn't know. But I wondered what you would have got.
Good, so
Yeah,
that's proof that I'm not a psychopath.
but that's the point. But it's a psychological test for looking at something very, very specific.
What's up with that?
Well, what was the best that could happen? That he'd got it right, so he is a psychopath.
What annoys me is you're not happy with that test, but before you wasted 3 minutes trying to balance a pear on my head. What were you getting out of that?
Let's play a song and have some monkey news.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right.
Come on. Come on.
Should be ready, Carl.
That's amazing, isn't it? It's like Nicholas Witchell. Ooh, the bomb. No, that's not the first. Come on!
No, it's always difficult, isn't it, to sort of find something that's good each week, right? Last week we did the chimp.
It is for us, yeah.
We had the chimps who were running a health spa.
Yeah.
Right. We've covered the one who nicked a car to go on to Spain.
Yep.
To
Wow.
sort his future out.
All shite.
The hairdresser, I think we've done that one, the little monkey hairdresser. This week we're looking at monkeys that they're using. Do you know, like monkeys? They know how, like.
I've lost the will to live, Steve.
Oh, well, I don't want to do it. Right?
Well, come on, just come on.
What are monkeys good at?
What a monkey's good at?
Yeah.
Well, running small businesses, cutting people's hair, and
They're very
driving
good.
cars.
Yeah, they love Spain.
Oh, and foiling bank robberies.
Yeah, they're great.
Well, something else they're good at, right, is like weighing up the situation.
Oh God!
If you stick them in like a field with loads of like obstacles on it, right, they're good at sort of, yeah, I can get over that, I know how to climb over that, I'll swing from there to there, that sort of thing, right?
Okay.
So the people in charge of somewhere, I've thought,
Somewhere.
I thought we can use that skill, right? And what they've done is they've got a load of little monkeys, right? They've given them an IQ test,
Yeah.
and the ones that score above 80, right?
Get to produce this show next week.
Join the army.
Right. How do they join the army, and what do they do?
They just what they do is they set little obstacle courses up for them. They do that. They do a cross-country run. They do the IQ
Cross-country
test.
run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once they've done all that, they make them a little uniform, made to measure little uniform.
Slightly longer arms, shorter legs than usual. Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, then they taught how to use a gun and that sort of thing.
Yeah, of course they are. You're talking rubbish again.
This came through literally, pretty late on. So
So you've not had a chance to corroborate all the facts, as usual.
just have a look.
Right. It's the bit I'm looking for is, well, A, why are they doing it? Why are they doing it?
Yeah.
Why do we need monkeys in the army? And secondly, why are we giving them guns? I'll
Yeah.
just check to see if any of that.
I love
information is
that we
accurate.
only let gays in recently.
Yeah. Yep. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Just have a look.
I can't read it. There's too much pressure.
Well, it's rubbish.
Just have a.
But it's rubbish. They don't get. It's the way that there are things. There are animal cores, right? There are horses. There are dolphins, sea lions. There are lots and lots of animals in the army, but they don't have to pass an obstacle test as such, and they're not taught to fire guns. You've straight away assumed that there's going to be loads of squads of men, and then just one little monkey in the middle. Like, he came second on the test. He's in, boys.
What do you think, Steve? You've read it?
Well, as ever, Carl, this is an arbitrary email sent by one of our listeners. You know what Ricky and I think of them. and so we're not really basing this on hard evidence. We're basing it on the ramblings of one of our listeners.
Rubbish. Once again, lazy, rubbish, uncorroborated nonsense. The stupid test that you got wrong.
Hang on a minute.
That sounds like
He
Ricky
came
used to me.
second on the test. He's in, boys.
Offensive for some
Hang
reason.
on a minute.
Agree with
Hang
it.
on a minute.
You got lazy, rubbish,
We're basing it on the ramblings sent by one of our...
Steve,
on the test, then just one little monkey. I assumed that they're going to be.
This is it.
There's going to be loads of squads of men, and then just one little monkey in the middle. Like, he came second on the test. He's in, boys.
What do you think, Steve? Do you think you've
I
read it?
don't know why I
as
find
ever,
that
Carl,
so
this is an
funny.
arbitrary
He
email
came
sent
second
by
on
one
the
of our listeners.
test.
You know what we're
He's
trying to
in.
defend.
He's,
And so we're not
he's
basing this
in,
on high
boys.
evidence. We're basing it on the ramblings of one of our listeners.
Rubbish. Once again, lazy,
I can't
rubbish,
deal with it,
uncorroborated
honestly.
nonsense. The stupid test that you got wrong.
Rick, that sounds like monkey news to me.
Offensive for some reason. I don't agree with it, but some people do.
Yeah.
I'm saying everyone swears.
Bleep it out, I would.
But this is
Bleep
the
it
thing.
out. Bleep it out, that's my theory.
But you say that everyone swears. Not everyone does swear. I don't know why you've got this in your head that everyone swears.
I'm convinced. Everyone.
What? Everyone? Like, you know, religious people, religious leaders?
Jesus. I bet Jesus swore.
Right. What's your evidence for that?
No, I'm just thinking, I mean, things are better now than they were back then, right?
Right.
He's wandering about in his sandals, getting pebbles stuck in there and stuff, and that's annoying. Nails in his hand, that must have hurt. What I'm saying is...
That's offensive.
No, it's not, though.
That's blasphemous.
No, but what I'm
Don't laugh at the crucifixion. Play a record.
I'm not laughing at that, though.
That is terrible.
I'm just saying.
No, you can email in if you want to complain. Carl,
Yeah?
not pilgrims@exosome.co.uk.
Wasn't offensive, though. I'm just saying it's a fact. When you stub your little toe, you let out a little
And
effing
what
and
do you think
jeffing.
he is? He is an effing and jeffing? So the kind of ancient Hebrew version of effing and jeffing.
Ooh, I'm worried about this. This is naughty.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Just, I'm worried
When
about
did you start swearing?
I started swearing at school.
Right.
I hope you haven't offended any Christians.
But I was the sort of kid who she would have hated at school because I never had, like, a pen.
Oh, yeah, I know what sort you
Oh.
are. Never a pencil case or any stuff.
I'd start off the term, I would, and
Yeah.
have, like, you know, a brand new carrier bag with my stuff in.
Brand new
Yeah,
carry bag,
classy.
And,
Well, you got to have somewhere to put the stuff you've nicked from Woolworths in, haven't you?
right, so that'd be there. But then by the time, like, a couple of weeks down, I'd put my pen down, I would have lost it, and then I'm sort of going around saying, can I borrow a pen?
You didn't try sticking it up your nose. It's not still lodged up there.
It's not, no. But the funny thing with, like, you know, you were talking about teachers and stuff.
Were you disruptive? Were you a disruptive kid? Were you
Not
the sort of
really.
causing trouble?
No, not really. I was
No,
one
he
of
wouldn't
them.
cause trouble. He's terrified of the boss here, isn't he?
No, it's not that. It's just that what's the point in winding people up? I find it quite annoying if people do that. So I don't wish it up on anyone else.
Why do you wind Steve up then?
I don't
sometimes?
wind him up.
You
I
do.
don't wind
You
him
have
up.
to. But no, come on, let's not argue. We're getting on well then. Come on, Carl.
And like the teachers, because I'd lived on this estate, right? Loads of stuff used to get nicked and go missing and what have you.
Blackboards,
And
desks.
their way, no, like the telly and the
headmaster.
video, telly video
really?
and stuff like that, and the projector thing and all that. So the way they used to try and find it, right? My little conspiracy, 'cause you know I'm good at them.
Yeah, yeah.
What they used to do is set your own work and say, right, draw like a bird's eye view of your house, right? But draw everything you've got in your house in it as well. So if you've got, I don't know, if you've got anything in the loft, make sure you draw it.
Right. So kids would come in with overhead projectors.
Well, that was the idea, I
Chalk,
think, behind
Guns.
Yeah, yeah.
it. They were amazing.
Anti-aircraft guns in the shed.
So the picture you did for your home, presumably
Got nothing from me.
nothing.
I didn't do it.
I'm not. He used to hand it in empty house. I'm not a grass.
yeah.
And nor the illegal immigrants living in the
Just a
kitchen.
picture of your Auntie Nora.
Yeah. What's that? Is that? Have you been
tennis ball?
stealing tennis balls?
Yeah.
No, that's not a split tennis ball. That's my
But what
auntie
about all
Nora's.
but what about all the stuff? What, didn't you have to draw all the stuff that your father had nicked? All the stuff, you know.
Now, there was a story in America about, just backing this up again, 70-year-old fella,
70-year-old fella. Okay.
little bald head,
Yeah.
right? Probably no teeth, and that,
Probably, yeah.
nappy and that, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Goes
It's not
into,
70-year-olds pop the old nappy on your 70th birthday. Take your teeth out.
Goes into an off licence to get some beer. Doesn't get served because he didn't think he was old enough.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, Carl's back.
Wait a minute,
No, I'm
sorry.
joking.
So they thought he was
Right,
a
okay, forget
giant
it.
baby that had
Right.
walked into an
Forget
office.
it.
Weird, innit?
Steve, forget it.
Carl, please. I
Forget
need
it.
Carl to answer.
No, I mean, that's the story, but it's weird, isn't it? That's
it's
what
not
I'm
true.
saying, it just backed up
The
my
guy
argument
in an
again.
off licence thought that a giant baby had waddled
A
into an off
70-year-old
licence.
wrinkled baby in an overcoat, stuck in Werther's Original, smoking a pipe and going, I can't believe it, the price is not the same as they were, right, was a small child.
Well,
Yeah, weird, isn't it? Play a record.
no, but as long as you say something good about someone, you can also say something bad about
Go
them.
on, then.
How does that work?
Go on, then, give us an example.
Well, Chinese,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
great people, right?
Good.
Really,
that's
the
the good bit.
women really good looking as younger people.
No!
They get
What are you
older.
doing?
I'm just saying, as long as you know what I mean, there's good and bad and everything.
For every
Well, what are the
positive
old
and
ones
negative.
like?
Yeah, they don't age well.
What do you mean?
The fella in Karate Kid, the teacher, was only about 36.
We started this. We started this.
Oh.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
The teacher in Karate Kid was only
Right.
about 36.
Let's have a look. This one's from some woman, right?
Yeah.
And she's,
Anyway, we're starting the
she's taking
descent in the
part
next
in
few
the
minutes.
London to
Oh my
Brighton bike
god, I'm
ride.
absolutely
Right.
pissing
Lovely day,
myself
weather's
behind the
good and
scenes
everything.
here.
What year?
She's just a couple of months ago. She's done all the training, right? Done all the training and stuff. Got a brand new bike for it. Got a little puncher outfit and stuff, all set for the day, right? It's a nice day. She sets off. They all start pedalling and that on the way to Brighton, right? So she knows the route and that. Got her little headphones on, cycling along. Suddenly,
Right, okay. I'll stop you now. If a cyclist overtakes her and it's going really fast and it's sort of hunched over, but it's got like lots of cycling gear on and a helmet and goggles, and they can't tell what it is, but they just know it's like a little hairy fella who hasn't bothered shaving his legs, which is weird, isn't it? Because cyclists usually shave their legs, and this bloke had really hairy legs. But and it won. They gave it the medal. It won 3 years running. They gave it the key to the city. It had its own game show. And then someone said, "Hold on, though. This fella's sort of hunched over, and he's only 3'5", and his arms are longer than his body. It's a chimp. If it goes anywhere near that, we're never doing it again."
more monkey news next week.
She's cycling
So
along.
anyway, she's cycling along, right? And this tricycle.
I couldn't predict that.
There's always one element you can never anticipate.
Yeah. Got a kiddie's tricycle with a little kid on it, little hairy kid with a helmet. Okay, just go on then.
The tricycle comes
Whizzing past, yeah.
him.
Strong legs, don't they, chimps?
So she's thinking that's, but didn't get a chance to see the.
Oh, yeah, couldn't quite see the cyclist. Oh, God! You bald mank git. Go on. Yeah, research scientist Carl Pilkington.
So anyway, she gets to the end line, right? And we got talking. It was a nice day, nice race and all that. So did you see a little thing on a tricycle?
Thing? Well, a person, surely, just a human. Did you see that? No. Did you see that bloke on the tricycle?
So anyway, turns out.
Yeah. Well, what did you say? Thing? Well, no, there's no suspicious. I mean, what did you say? Did you see that fellow on a tricycle?
Anyway, so it turns out
Go on.
it was a chimp.
You're joking! Wow, Christ almighty, there you go. Unbelievable, and it was a chimp all along.
So anyway, right, so the woman's like
We're never doing this again.
checking out the news, right? There's nothing on it. She checks out XFM Monkey News.
Right, okay, I'll
I
stop
don't
you there
mention
again. Right, if it turns out she doesn't lose, right, and the circus goes, we're looking for our chimp that used to ride this tricycle, and it escaped with police chasing it.
No. So she listened to XFM, see if I'd picked up on the story.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't have it and stuff. So she got in touch with the organisers of the London to Brighton bike ride. Said, "Look, saw a little hairy fella."
Why did she care?
Because she wanted to know. She thought it was a bit odd.
Well,
Turns
why-
out it was a chimp. They weren't happy about it.
Of course not.
Because now the owner of the chimp wants to enter it into the Tour de France.
Oh, God!
In 2005.
Now, a couple of questions. I trust you'll be able to answer these.
Oh, God! Steve, help me out.
How did it get hold of the tricycle?
I don't know.
No, that's fine. That's not the important thing.
What's the matter with you, Steve? He doesn't know that.
How did it know to... well, firstly, how did it know which way to cycle? But more importantly, how did it know there was a major bike ride?
Just following the crowd,
No,
Steve.
no.
What's the matter with you?
The owner of it had trained it. And stuff.
No, he hasn't!
It had already done the run beforehand, before the big day.
No, it hasn't.
Like I say, it wants to do the Tour de France in 2005.
No, it doesn't.
But there's something about animal rights. If they don't let it enter, they can kick up a bit of a fuss.
The animal rights is that it's cruel to make a chimp ride a bicycle.
Not if you want
It's
to.
prejudice that it'll go, is it because I is hairy? You idiot! Wow, that is the worst. That is the worst one yet. Absolute twaddle. Absolute rubbish, Carl.
Have you got a tricycle?
Unbelievable.
Just play it to you and
Whatever,
you
Carl.
try
It's
and
the
work
quicker
out
the
what the
better.
phrase is.
Sorry, it's a phrase that might have once been uttered on this show.
It was said last week.
Oh, right.
All right, okay, brilliant.
All right, here we go.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
Right, I didn't
Right,
quite hear
right.
it.
I know what that is. That's ridiculous.
What was
Right?
it?
What it is it's something like, right? You're only 16, but you look 26. The Chinese look older than they are, or something. Because he said that the Chinese don't age well. That is mental, Carl. It's the most convoluted, ridiculous, racist piece of material ever to be uttered on radio.
Play it again.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
That's...
Okay, you're just 16 and looking all 21. That's because the Chinese look older. Carl, you've gone mental.
All right.
Oh, that is amazing. So, there you go, the well-known phrase. You're 16, looking all of 21. That's because the Chinese look older. Well-known phrase there, sweeping the nation. That'll be up there with "was up" and "shut that door." If they do a poll, right?
Okay, play it once more. We're after the artists.
Just the artist.
Yeah.
I know you're just 16, but looking all of 21.
That's...
Unbelievable.
All right, let me tell you what's the Anti-Nora thing? Sorry, I should... Anti-X.
Anti-X.
What did she...
Yeah.
Why is she upset?
Well, he mentioned her in Zoo. He did this thing for Zoo magazine, and he mentioned about when he looked up her dress, she had a...
Yeah, by accident, remember?
I'm not suggesting you were going around looking up your elderly relatives' dresses in case they weren't wearing...
For people who've not heard Carl talk about this in the past,
Yeah.
just explain quickly again what we're talking about.
Right.
He didn't want to talk about it at all.
When I was a kid, right, Auntie Nora used to come round. My auntie used to come round.
As if there's any ambiguity now. Yeah.
My auntie used to come round and that and stay, right? And I'm sat on the floor watching the telly, right? She's sat on the sofa with a caftan on. I turn round, right, and it was there,
Just looking back
looking at me, right? And we've mentioned this, and I just briefly sort of said, what did it look like? And you know, a split tennis ball came to mind. That's what we talked about, right? So anyway, Zoo magazine, when they did the interview...
But she's the one that used to put a valance on everything, isn't it?
Well, not everything, obviously. So anyway, so I've done this...
So you did interview in Zoo.
Yeah, and like they said, you know, do you... Again, it was like, you know, do you plan stuff and do you worry about stuff when... after you've done the show, you're worried you've upset anyone? And, you know, I was saying, really, I forget people are listening. And, you know, we're just having a chat with mates and that. I said, but now and again, I do worry when I'm on my way home from the show and that, and I'm thinking about what we've talked about. And I was saying, you know, the Auntie-Nora incident.
Yeah.
You know,
Incident!
like-
Like Watergate!
Yeah.
and anyway, so this was in there, right? And I was saying in the magazine, you know, but I think I got away with it. She doesn't listen to the show, but you know, and I don't think she reads Zoo magazine, so.
She's more of a nuts woman. Sure, yeah.
So anyway, so my mum calls up the other week, right? And she goes, wish you wouldn't, you know, talk about Auntie Nora and that. And I was like, oh, so how do you know about that? She goes, well, one of your cousins have called us up and said they've read the article about it. So yeah, that's why we don't want to talk about it, really.
So he stitched you up.
So do you know what Anti-X is made of this? Do you know if she was upset or not?
Well, she doesn't know about it.
Because I mean, maybe she she's always thought it looked like a split tennis ball. Maybe you're just in sync, you know, because you're relatives and stuff. Maybe she knew instantly. Even if you hadn't named her, she'd have thought, hang on, I farted for 5 minutes once.
Yeah, that's not going to be ambiguous,
well
is it?
be me.
If you hear like someone who farted for 5 minutes and's got found like a split tennis ball, you're going to go, I wonder if he means me.
Yeah.
You're going to remember
Or
that.
Auntie Jackie. It could be Auntie Jackie.
Oh, God.
Right, there's a programme on about a spider that's a foot long and eats chicken. No one's talking about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, well,
I'm sorry. I had to stand up because I thought I was going to explode. What do you mean there's a spider that's a foot long and eats chicken?
There was a programme on about it, about how there's this spider in the jungle or something. But I missed it because it was out, but no one's talking about that in the papers. That's to me, that's a worry.
That's about why? In case it nicks your Sunday roast. What do you mean?
Well, no, but if it likes chicken now, Rick, you know, in like 2
It's
years'
a
time,
taste.
who knows what it might
I know,
like.
it move up the evolutionary ladder, it start liking Carl, then humans.
No, I'm not saying about the chicken bit, because I eat chicken, that isn't that shocking, but the fact it's a foot long, and no one's, it's just on a Thursday night, no one's talking about it.
What do you expect, though? What do you expect from this? It's got its own PR. What do you want? What do you want this spider to be famous? Where is it? Where is it?
In the jungle.
It's not worrying anyone then, is it? It's not going to move.
Well, why,
It's not
it can,
going to...
though.
What do you mean?
What do you mean it's not going to move?
Well, how is it going to get here? Is it going to get on a bus?
There's ways and that, they come in bananas and all that. So, don't worry about it. So, I'm not, if you're going to be like that.
Oh, what? I was walking down the street and this pigeon, sparrow, whatever, did its thing, and it landed on my ear, and I was like, oh God. So I thought, well, I'm not going to wipe it off.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get it on my hands. Right? So I thought I'd leave it till I get home. So it's probably
So
about...
you went to work.
Oh, met some friends. Not about midnight.
Went on the pool.
So I was best man, so after the speeches. That is brilliant.
No, it was on there for, I don't know, half an hour or something like that.
Brilliant.
Get home and get
Did it
some...
not kind of slowly ooze down your neck?
No, it's fairly hard.
Right.
And sort of corroded my ear.
What are you talking about?
Why did you leave it there, though? Why not just wipe it off with something? You
didn't
can't, I
have
can
anything.
walk round with...
Pop in a newsagent and buy some tissues.
But then I look stupid.
What?
mean?
Where is the bird smoke on your ear?
Brilliant. They're all wearing that now.
But no, what is it they eat?
It's alkaline. No, it's really strongly alkaline, isn't it? Or is it acidic? I don't know. Maybe someone knows. Is bird milk acidic or alkaline? But it's corrosive, yeah.
Weird,
Yeah.
isn't it? Weird.
Weird, isn't
It
it?
didn't seep into your brain.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Excellent. Right.
Right, where were we?
We were just start again. There's some people making a documentary. For what? Okay.
Making a documentary in the jungle and that.
Right.
Stumble across a little gang.
Okay, come on.
All right.
A little gang of monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So the camera crew are there filming it.
Yes.
Everything's going normal.
It's all fine,
Nothing odd about it.
Okay. They're not running a restaurant. They've not got any barber shops. Nothing.
No.
Just regular monkeys going about their business. Yeah.
So anyway, what normally happens is the monkeys stick with the partner.
They already do what?
They don't sort of sleep around and that. Once they find the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
they stick with them, right?
Okay.
But anyway, they were watching this one, right? And it's going around a bit, sleeping around,
Oily.
and it was getting fatter. They thought this is a bit odd,
Yeah.
right? So followed it round and see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh, God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
It was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging them bananas! What was it, a boy or... It was a...
Woman, little woman monkey.
That's the most extraordinary monkey news I've ever heard.
Oh! That is genius!
Has this documentary been televised?
I don't think it's been on yet.
No.
And that's all the information you've got.
Yeah.
And is that's one banana for everything?
The half a banana is for
Just oral.
A paw job.
Right.
If you want full-blown monkey sex, it is 2.5 bananas.
Sure. A monkey football team?
Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah.
Got all the team members here, right?
Right.
All the different things. Little goalkeeper. Apparently he's on transfers from some other club. But the bit that got me attention is, apparently he's a holder of PhD of physics. Do you want to have a look at that?
What, the goalkeeper?
Yeah, just the goalkeeper. The others haven't done that much.
The others haven't done that much. Well, I believe that he's got better exam results than you, Carl, but I don't believe he's got a PhD in physics. Obviously.
Do you know what the name of the team is? Coconuts.
Oh! So if the Telegraph are listening, that is the sort of quality entertainment you get. Well, you don't anymore.
Let's just put a song on then.
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, in you know, I didn't do that well at school and that, right? But we had biology, and I didn't take much of it in. But there was one day when it was about, you know, knob news and stuff, and it was all about how blood, you know, is what makes
Engorges.
Yeah.
The erectile tissue.
Sure.
Yeah, it was all about that. And there's this girl in our class called Paula, right? We were sat there watching it, and she fainted. You just heard her go, oh! And she hit the floor, right? Because we were all sat on top of the desk watching this. But I wasn't I wasn't that interested in that.
No.
I wasn't looking at it and that. But Paula, right? She fell over. And the funny thing was, right?
What was it? A video?
Yeah, a video of like this blood
Yeah.
doing the business to
Yeah,
this fella's member, right? And she fell over, like, and everyone's like, oh, what's up with her? And the teacher was trying to, like, wake her up and give her water and that. And it was really weird, because then the nurse came in, and yet this video was still playing. And the nurse came in, what happened while you seen this?
Yeah.
And you could hear, like, you know, then it was going on to, like, sex education on the video. It was all done from start to finish. What happens, da-da-da-da, and by the end... And she was still out cold by the time it got to, like... And then they had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And that just reminded me
So
of it
it
then.
seems to me that was her sex education class. She fainted when the penis got erect, and when she woke up, a baby was born. That's probably what she thinks happens. She's wandering around now.
And the whole class just missed out of it because they saw
If
someone's
she's ever
face.
with a bloke and he gets an erection, she just goes, oh no,
But
I'm
that's
getting
it. She
pregnant.
was a bit of a class tart, really. That's why everyone was like, what's up with her?
Carl.
No, but she was. Everyone was like, what's up with her? It's not as if she's not seen it before. But just reminded me then. Weird.
This is the book that you nearly reading, but you realised all the pages were in the wrong order.
Yeah.
He bought a cheap book, right, at a second shop, started reading it, loving it, then he started reading about this bloke, and he went from jail to school, and then he looked at the page numbers, and they were all out of order.
How annoying is that?
I mean, never read books, do you?
I never read one, right? And Suzanne, it was a weekend when we were going to Hastings because you two had done me head in, right? She said, I'm going to take you away so you relax and what have you. So, ended up not relaxing because it was like putting the jigsaw together. I'd started reading it on the train, thinking, loving this. It's a really interesting story about this fella who, you know, didn't have a great life as a kid, starts getting into a bit of crime, what have you, turns out to be the governor. But it wasn't as easy as that because, like you say, it was started off at school, then he was in prison, and he was like, oh God, he started young. And then, next thing, he's like married, and he's like, hang on, he's like 12. And then he's had a heart attack. And then, like, but I just thought it was part of the thing, because I read chapter 1, and then it did say chapter 12, but I thought, right, it's like that sort of done in that stylish way that everyone's doing.
What kind of a biography starts
Starts
messing with the medium?
I was born in the East End. Take one onion, add some... this
But it's the idea that an East End villain's going to write his autobiography, but think, yeah, I'm just going to play with the form a bit. I'm going to get quite postmodern with this.
No, but... You know what I mean?
Barely able to write, probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they
you
did it
could say that about him, Steve. I wouldn't. I think he's an educated man. Go on, next, Carl.
But, yeah, just because it was like 2 for a tenner, that shouldn't be like... Oh well, you know, you got a good offer. So
No, that's rare. I'm
yeah.
sure the bloke selling it did not know that the pages were out of order. Let's face it, Carl. You read it and didn't realise.
Yeah.
So you
I
can't
love
really
the
blame
fact
him.
that you got almost half the way through before you realised.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know.
Still, that teacher, and that's put you off books for life, hasn't it?
Well, I don't like getting into books now. I just read snippets of information.
Play record. Play record.
No,
You got confused and you said, you know, oh God, it's like a child or a cat when it's confused. He went, Steve reckons in ancient...
Okay, here we go. Cabin crew seats for landing. Nice ILS glide slope. Let's get this thing down. Oh, almost at the point of switching over to manual control at 1,000 feet. Looking good. Okay. Autopilot off. Let's sit it down. Accra, Ghana. Let's do it. Getting blown around slightly, but it's nothing too severe at all. Okay. Okay. Sorry about the camera movements, but just need to make sure everything's lined up. What's that? Baseball field or what? Let's have a look. Okay. Bit lower, yeah. That's that. Okay. Seems to be all okay. All good. Okay. No crosswind. This is pretty nice. Weather's actually been pretty good. Not rain as predicted. It's nice and dry. Just level it up there slightly. Idle throttles. Should be pretty straightforward. Up slightly. And there she goes. And we are down in Accra, Ghana. Should we try and make this taxiway here? Get the brakes on? Yeah, why not? There you go. There you go. How's about that? Another smooth landing on flawless 195. If we can make this taxiway, there we go. Okay. Get your brakes on, son. Get your brakes on, son. Well, there we go. Down on the ground. Welcome to Ghana. Local time. Coming up to 11:45. Midday. What are you? Don't stop there. Don't stop there. Broski. Carry on. I'm not going that way. What are you doing? We've got another one. Oh, it's one of them vehicle. It's a vehicle nightmare here now. Right. Fuck off. Anyway, what we're saying. Air temperature 28 degrees. Get the flaps up. Why is he just stopped there and then you've got him there? Oh, hell. Don't want to just park it. Where are you going? 180 in it. Go on then. I'm gonna just park it there. Yeah, let's go. Go on, get moving. Oh yeah, now you're on a head on with him, aren't you? Brilliant, isn't it, this? You know. He's 180 in as well. Yeah, get clipped by a wing. Right, there you go. We'll just go, yeah, we'll let you carry on. Sorry I disturbed whatever route where you were going. Jesus, right, we'll just wham it here. Sod it. That'll do us. Shoot me. You know what I mean? That will do. I'll call that. Flight 84 has been completed. Seatbelt signs off. What was the predicted time for the flight? About 50 minutes. Might be slightly longer than that. Might be as long as 55. Ooh. Let's have a look. There it is, and yet 54 minutes and 15 seconds it took from the Ivory Coast to Ghana in cities Yamoussoukro to Accra. There we go, down safely at Kotoka International Airport, Ghana. Like I say, local time just coming up to 10 to midday, 28 degrees. Please do drop a like on the stream. I hope you enjoyed the XFM Ricky Gervais show from about 2004. More funny, really funny. I thought I'd just want that on, why not? Yeah, what else? Connecting flight will be to Lome, Togo next. And I think that's going to be a short flight just to hop over the border. Yeah, so it's not going to be a lengthy one. In fact, the next 3 or 4 are going to be quite short before we get to Nigeria, and then it starts opening back up again. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all for flight 85 from Ghana to Togo, getting on towards halfway through this world tour. Down safely. The weather was nowhere near as bad as I was fearing it would be. The ILS guided us in nicely. The descent was okay. Cruise at 7,000 for a bit, but yeah, in the end, we had to come sort of around the houses with the ILS. Probably added the 5 minutes on. We could have come in. In fact, I was thinking as we reached sort of 15,000 feet or so, I was thinking, do I just sack off the ILS and come in and go out towards the ocean and then come back in sort of northeast and land from the other end of the runway. I did consider that, but I thought, no, listen, it's only adding 5 minutes on. We'll just go round the back and come in southeast like that. So anyway, that's what we've done. We followed the ILS. It was nice descent. No scares, nothing to worry about, apart from the couple of support vehicles blocking my way there. But bottom line is, we're down safely. The plane's still in one piece, unbelievably. We're still going with no crashes, no emergency landings, no damage, nothing. We're still going despite all the helicopters, DAHAs, all the excursions through Switzerland and Liechtenstein, everything. Half of Africa's been done and we're still going. I can't believe it. This has to be the run. I am worried about the Madagascar to the Seychelles. I'm starting to think more and more about that DAHA leg from Madagascar to the Seychelles, which is like 3 hours in a DAHA and then landing in a field with a load of bushes in it. That is going to be nerve-wracking as hell. About 100 flights in as well. But if we get back, I said this at the beginning, if we get back from the Seychelles and get back to Madagascar, we've got a damn good chance of doing this. But then also the other thing that's playing in my mind is there's another DAHA TBM leg right at the end and I never really took on board just how near the end that is. So we've got the flights to Suriname and Guyana. It's like flight 200 out of 210, or like flight like 190-ish. And they're going to be on tiny little runways with a tiny little plane. Oh my God, I can see me doing half a dozen go-arounds just to get that perfect, because if I crash it in bloody Guyana after 190 flights, it's going to be horrendous. That is going to be absolutely nerve-wracking if we get that far. Well, if we get into the Caribbean, the Caribbean as well, there's going to be short little runways on some of these Caribbean islands as well, that I'm going to be absolutely fretting my head off if we get that far. But anyway, bottom line is, the plane's still in one piece and the world tour continues. Join me next time for flight 85, Ghana to Togo. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Bye for now.